Ia, o te whaatalo whātu isi o tātou atunu i le nei tūla o le fiafi. Ia e mālo lava le ngā lue mālo fo tau wata e fo i whi au mga luenga o le nei fo i aso. Ia ma nei fo i vai aso, ia loto o ona le nei o motu. Lea ua tātou mafuta fo i le tātou pukalame māsani o le Fika Mai Le Pese i aso tofi i taitasi. Ia, tātou nu wha mwema pena ona manuia se o tātou atunu i lava singa fo i nei vai aso, mese fo nei aso i whi au mga luenga. I mese foi o whanau ia o ngā ia whamalo tau o taua malo foi o sai foi i mea foi o penao na tofia ma au naita nisi o tātou atunu ele ngata i Australia nei ia o New Zealand ai mese o tātou nu pele i to tonu o Samoa ia le mātou te whatalo whantu ai le tātou ana leo le Pasifika TV and Radio mai nei Brisbane Australia i Sunnybank Hills le meo lo tu sao i nā tu ai o tātou whasalonga se taimi o iluma ona tu ina atu leo le tātou Zoom le nia fiafi. Leo o mafuta mai le tātou so ia etu o lo pena ona mafuta mai le tātou Zoom. Se umanga o kangola i e faali atu le mea o lo i le uso le teminei. Ia ma se tasi foi o se tātou malo whaalolongia i le nia fiafi. Fa pena foi ono tātou tara noa i foi nisi foi o mea tutupu i to tonu o se o tātou foi i laufanua i New Zealand. Pero sila whira tātou atu no, ia o le aso tofina te atu ene sa le tātou pokalame o le Fika Mai Le Pese. Mai sa to tele levani so tato atu sa pena ona wala au mai pe mai momoli me foi fe au tu si lunga tato penga te failangi i o le tu malo i foi o se to manu po se tasi foi o se tamali o se o tato atu no lawi lo le langi me tau o le lakapi ele nata i to tono ni usila i ai mai se foi so tato atu no o Samoa ia le po mala e so tato atu no i le foi au ona foi le au ona i lona soifu au ona i to tono so tato no le fionga le to fai ia inga po va inga tu ngamala so la i va inga tu ngamala ia pena wa mie le tu fa mana na ina le tu foi fe au manga luenga mai se fe ona tiute ile nei lalo langi o tato yai so le fiafi ia e momoli atu ai o mato nganga lofa momoli atu yo mato alofa anga ele tinal a inga mese foi fa nau a mese foi wo ele atalata foi ele tofa ia fisola ele maliu ele malanga le maliu male oti ele nei foi vai time o le tausanga polo langa o tato yai ia momoli atu alofa anga le tato ala le Pasifika TV sa tal tonu foi manatu sa ye foi se tato sota inga male usu foi por to five sola foi ele fa inga le tausanga te sa tato fa tara no lunga le tato ala leo sa ia whaasoa mai foi ia nisi foi o pokalame pena ona ia whaataunu uina to tono New Zealand pei o le koleni ia o motangata tino puputa o pena ona whasosoane le whiunga a whasala ia wā foi le lusina o kilo so sa mato tartano foi lunga tato pokalame sa whaasoa mai foi ia me foi le o misie foi le uso sa ele manatu e toe susu mailo na sunga e pena ona toe vaku sesi update o lana pokalame ia mese foi o lana journey as a fit person so ia ona fiafi ia mamoli atu mata o fanga ile ainga pele ainga ngalua ia mese foi le o le tinal ainga malfanau ile amia ile atu o le fionga por to fafo ia fisolai va ainga tu ngamala ia le ngalo oe ia ngaluenga le leisa pena ona fai i to tonu o New Zealand ia mese foi Samoa il me foi sa e susu atu ai Samoa sa e fiu Samoa sa fai lau pisinisi Samoa ia mese lava le tu le fusu sa va ai lava sa muli mau mau ina foi le matango fifo le pokalame ia pole foi vaenga o lo so fuanga sa e au nai to tonu Samoa ia manisi lava vaenga so tato atu no to tonu Samoa sa e au nai e pe lungo ala leo o le TV ia mese le community Samoa to tono Samoa ia o lea ia o ngaluenga ia ele mafai ona ngalo ai lau tofa mele leifa penana e ne tapena ina ia mo alo mo fana o tato tunu lo fa ia ili talunga le fusu ia mese foi la kapi ia le momoli atu yo mato lo faanga mai tato Pasifika TV and Radio ile ainga fa no ia awale le malanga le maliu male oti ile foi vai time tato e pauale me tato te tal no ai matato ilua ia ole unga lava le tato e tato uma lava le oti ia e paule me ia no fo tapena pena tangata masauni ia awale lua lava le time bala awale tu le soifua ia male ola sho tato no ia ne ia fiafi ia pena fai atu pe le time o sola ia ole ia tato talonga manisi foi sa penana na ta alofa atasi male to fai va inga ia fisola va inga tunga mala ia o pena o inga ye lungo le malai so e la nisi o pena na mafuta mai i le tato pokalame nefiafi fa pena na fa so mai foi ia wa foi la to foi ia vai teimi foi o lātou ta alofa tasi ma le tō whā i a Fesolai va ainga tu ngā mala. O le taimi nei, ia, o le la tu usau ina tu tonu lama le tātou Zoom. Le la va tu tātou Zoom i lunga fo i le tātou mālo bina ona mafuta mane fiafi. So, right now we just wanna say welcome to our guest tonight. In our live stream or also in our broadcast tonight. Tonight we have this amazing gentleman. We have Etu on our Zoom as well. As all you know, Etu is always with me in the studio, but at the moment Etu is not in Brisbane. Etu is somewhere else out there in the world, enjoying himself. So right now, I just wanna we have. Le susunga po le samali fo ia maleko sem panapa maleko sem panapa le fo ia tamali ia fo pena ona sa ia ta alo fo I pe sa masani fo I maleuso ia va ainga tu inga mala. So le nei afi ia e fa felo ia tu okay, just want to welcome Etu. Good to see you in our Just good to see you in our show tonight, bro. It's always good to have you. Even though let me unmute your mic, bro.
I'm actually like just pretend I'm sitting in front of you, brother, and enjoying the special night.
Yeah. So welcome Etu. Good to have you, bro. Good to have you. You are tuning in from somewhere else. Where are you, brother?
Yeah, you know what they say. You know, when it's time to fly, it's time to fly.
Where did
I'm right now sitting at one of the places, beautiful location. You can see my background is a glass, I'm actually in a really beautiful place in Melbourne.
You're in Melbourne. Yeah. You're in Melbourne.
I've actually came here because I was actually going to be carving a boat because Brisbane was ready to carve a boat for like to get ready, put all the things in there because it was getting more and more flooding. So that's why I think I should go to Melbourne just to, just to see some sun.
But you know what? Also, I thank God that you left Brisbane because you left Brisbane and took the rain with you. We had a nice sunshine yesterday and a little bit of a sun today and a rain here and there. But I'm glad that you left Brisbane because you took the rain away from us.
I think if I don't back up, I'm going to get jealous because the way your voice is. Funny, just for real.
Yeah.
I walked out the plane. I thought that I was in Brisbane. What? It was so hot that I had to take my jacket off because I was walking into the plane from Brisbane and then with the jacket, and then I came out the door and I thought, "Are you sure I'm in the right place? This is not Melbourne. Melbourne normally you freeze your legs off, but now." It's so good to be here, and it's so sunny here. In
Okay, bro. Yeah. Okay, right now we have this amazing man in our conversation tonight.
Yes.
Etu, do you want to introduce the?
I just want to say quickly. This is a friend of a family because we actually related when we found out together that we have a relation, to the family. This guy that's going to share with us tonight the most amazing journey with Inga. But my journey with Sam Panapa. I met Sam in Wigan when we first came with Inga, and I think we first went off and really do a lot of good things for Wigan. But I just want to let Sam tell the story because he's, I really love this guy and because it's a family as well. So Sam, welcome to the show, the Pacific TV and Radio, the only station in Australia that we have real and honest people on the show, just like me and Motu.
Hey, look, thank you, Talofa, everybody, and thank you, Motu, and the Pacific TV Radio for a lovely introduction. Far better than my brother here, Etu. Etu, your invitation on behalf of the Pasifika TV and Radio to give a small tribute to a very dear friend that I got to personally know. Still grieving with with his passing, and my condolences to Daphne and the kids and all the family and yourself as well too, brother.
Thank you.
All right, so we have Maleko Sam Banapa with us. Sorry, not Banapa with us. Sam was born in Auckland, New Zealand. I hope he was born in West Auckland. And his mother is from Tokelau, and his father is Samoan. So it's half Tokelauan, half Samoan. And right now he is living in Brisbane, in a beautiful city of Brisbane in Australia.
Yes.
So welcome on our show. I know this is a Samoan. We call it. Have you heard chop suey? Yes, I'm pretty sure you had chop suey. So this program's a bit of a chop suey. You know, it's a bit of everything in there. So don't you worry, bro.
It's a dim and bun.
So we'll give you the opportunity to, as you all know, earlier on before we start, I did mention and I did send our love from Pasifika TV to Daphne and the kids and also the family as well of passing of an amazing man, a legend himself, a man that served Auckland, served New Zealand through rugby and also Samoa as well. Moved to Samoa and also served the community of Samoa through sports, radio and TV as well. But it's so sad that he left us. But the good thing is God took one, but leave many of us here, which is yourself, Sam, Banapa, and myself as well. So we give you the opportunity to tell us your story with Inga, your journey with Inga, where it all began, and what about this guy? Like what about this guy? You know, because everyone say this guy's got a big smile, you know. But we want to hear from someone that journey that knows Inga inside out. So over to you, Sam, please.
Yes, thank you. Growing up in Ponsonby with a man called Peter Fatialofa.
Another one's gone too. Yes.
Yeah. It takes me back to when I first Inga for the very first time. That was actually in a touch game down at Richmond Rovers Rugby League Club, the local competition on the Saturday, and I was on the top field and looking down on the number one field, and you always see something, impressive, when you see something, and this is actually what happened. That impressiveness caught my eye, and I walked around to some of my friends and said, "Look, I saw something down there. Did you see it as well?" And I says, "Yeah. There's a young boy from Kelston, from the west side, and he says his name is Vainga Tuingamala." And I thought, man, because I growing up in Ponsonby Rugby League, and I thought, looking for some players for the club, but he was firmly planted in rugby union, and so rightly so, had the pleasure to, like all of us, relish in his career, his rugby union career, all the way to the All Blacks, until our paths crossed again in a most unlikely place, in a place called Wigan, and particularly a place called Shevington, up north side of Wigan, so the word got around was at the club, and an All Black player was coming to the club, and straight away ears pricked up. And at the time we had people like Shem Tatupu come through. At the time there, Frano Bodikau was playing, we weren't too sure who was coming, but we heard that an All Black was coming, and when the announcement was made at training that Vainga Tuingamala was coming to the club, we were just like, wow, this is amazing. This is like really, this is unbelievable. There's a man larger than life in rugby union actually coming to a small town like Wigan to play rugby league for the very first time. My heart was starting to pound. I was like, this is a legend coming to our club, even though we've got legends in the club. But, this is just another level. just
Wow.
another level. Yeah. And I remember playing. We was training that afternoon, and he didn't come down to the club straight away. I think you may remember, Metu, that you went straight to your home, and I think I jumped in the car, and then we came around to your place, and had our introductions there and met the family, and I remember when I saw Inga, and you were hiding in the background, but Inga will come up, we embraced, and he had his smile from ear to ear, and we embraced, and the first thing he said was, "Hey, what's training like?" What's training like? And I says, "Man, you just arrived, just
Exactly.
unpack." And so from that time on, we really sort of become really close friends in that. So
Awesome.
Sam, so just from that start point, just share with our viewer, from like the time that you basically start this idea when he asked you that word, that question, what's training like? Just tell them like what was like when he actually began the journey, because remember he came from the All Black, and most of these players, All Black, they're pretty intensity, but I think the difference was a lot of the things that you've seen is a lot more than what rugby union players are going through. Can you just express that?
Yeah, that question was out of genuinity. He was very genuine about his professionalism. He wanted to make sure that he did well, and I think he leant on my shoulders a little bit to help guide him across, the transition, make the transition into rugby league. And Frano Bodica was very much part of that as well, having come from the All Blacks himself, and making the transition successfully. And I think that was part of that question that he was excited about. How would he be able to make that transition and be successful at it? He really didn't take a step out of pace of from when he left the All Blacks. The transition is always difficult for for people who aren't used to playing rugby league, and particularly at this professional level, at this highest level. And one that would always catch people that aren't used to the game is running back 10 meters off after tackles being made constantly. So
okay, what was it like the first day that he went run backwards instead of?
Well, actually, he did it very well. We picked him up at training, as you remember, because he still hadn't had his car yet. So we picked him up in training and take him down. He was forever asking the questions. What was it like moving up and back? And I says, leave it, you'll be fine. I says, just make sure, you just do your thing. And that's all that's all what the crowd was, and he couldn't wait to show his goods in the crowd. But I do remember when we did start defense training, it was like he was on fast forward. Like he was that excited that he kept moving up and moving back faster than any of the other players. I says, no, you got to slow down. The other guy, you tuck yourself out. So he started, getting into tune and saying to himself that, it's past his nervousness, I guess. But he held himself admirably, on the training field. And in fact, he was worried about being, his weight training, that he wasn't up to scratch, but no, he was like a Super Saiyan when he walked into that gym. He was very shy, but when he started lifting the gym stuff and that, the conditioning stuff was a little bit to catch up on, but he wasn't out of touch at all. He was in his element for sure. So training in the gym, going back to the weights, he didn't train with the backs. He trained with the forwards because he was that strong. So me and Frano was going at the little weights in the corner. He wasn't the boys. He was like 3 or 4 plates on the bench press, on the squats, and so.
Absolutely, because Sam, I mean, like the challenge that you're saying, we picking up from that, like, you know, the challenge was a lot of these guys challenge Inga, but Inga was always like smiling and all that. But tell us how, like, you know, people like Kerry Conley, arm wrestling and bench press and squat and all those big guys, that tell us what happened during that period, because it was really like Inga was like, you know, was the guy that break every record there is before he come. Tell us about it.
In the rugby league world and the rugby union world, he was larger than life. And that's how, you know, when his presence came in, he was like that. He was actually that. The players, you know, they warmed to him because he's such a approachable guy. His smile is infectious. But when he went to actually do the training, you know, they respected him for that. And, you know, he needed some help in some of the exercises. But he was always the one to lead as well. You know, some of the players were actually very good in the gym, but yeah, Inga came with his own styles and his own way, you know, and that's how he operated, you know. So and that because of that, it added a little bit more I don't know, spice or flavor to our team. Just that. He hadn't even played a game yet, but that's what he did, you know, at training, you know, because of his presence and the way that he acted professionally. His kindness was just, it's just phenomenal. And that's what some of the responses from the players, like, is he always like that? I says, look, this is a guy that I grew up with and I didn't get to know that well, but I'm you know, trying to get to know a brother of mine, you know, through a rugby league, and I'm going to do my best to help him. And when we spoke like that, we made sure that he was put up as high as we could, you know, and we didn't let him down. I'm sure, you know, as that showed is, I think 104 games at Wigan and even double that in tries and points in tries. So yeah, so his legacy was continued, you know, and I'm really thankful that I was part of that.
Amen.
Part of the training was, you know, getting to do extras. I don't know if you may have talked to that. You may remember that, the extras, and part of the extras was
he wasn't back. I think a lot of people didn't know that, and that's what I witnessed. Like you said, extra, and I witnessed that part of it, because I would drive him to another location, and he would be grilling the idea of getting to that place, you know. And listen, you've seen it, I've seen it, came out in all of the 4 years of the reigns of his supremacy, which is really shows.
Yeah, you know, a little bit different from the professionalism of All Black, you know, rugby league professionalism. You know, it's full time. You know, you're contracted, and once you sign your contract, you're basically making sure through your own performances and practices to ensure that you keep, you know, that contract honoured. And this is something that I'll never forget from Tui Inga, saying that, you know, like, the boys, what are they doing after training? You know, they're going to train again. And I says, that's our bind. That's our, you know, how we connect to the club, and because it's a small town, and when people see you, you know, working, they know that they've got a winning team. And then when and that's part of the equation was, you know, the importance of the spectators coming down to watch us, you know, and that was another dimension that Inga had memories of, you know, touring with Ireland to Ireland, Wales. But you know, coming to a rugby league spectatorship at Wigan was another level up, you know, and
big time.
Yeah, so the extras were something that he had to dwell with, and I helped him along with that, you know. So the canal runs at 5:30 in the morning, 6 o'clock, used to drop around his place and knock on his door.
I remember, like, you go, get up.
He says, brother, you got to get up now. He goes, oh man, I says, yeah. So
I was the one who copped the, like get up, and about get up,
yeah,
drive me.
yeah. Get up, eat, sleep,
Yeah.
get to bed early, enjoy, when there's the time to enjoy it, but basically you're full time. Full time now is training full time, and you only got a small window to perform on the game, and that's what you report it all out. And I think we train pretty hard for Inga for that first month, on and off games, with the reserves in the first grade, and he hadn't scored a try. He was getting worried, and I says, "No, this game here." And I remember was at
yeah. And I remember, do you remember the time, like when people were pulling Inga, because he was just like everywhere, and we were hiding ourselves.
Like the spectators, they're hard. They want to see success, and they, playing for Wigan, they are a successful club. But we made sure that Inga wasn't affected by that, and so just rely on the training and that, and get through it. And I remember when we went to that away game at Featherstone, and it was freezing. It was freezing cold that day, and he was like in the corner and he was shivering away.
He won't be able to handle that.
He was going, "Come on, Valley, we can do it." And so, when we went out there, and the first touch of the football, I think it was about 15 meters out, and he literally carried about 5 players over to score his first try. And I remember that all the players, the Featherstone players, were all on top of him, but us Wigan players, we chucked all the Featherstone players off and jumped on Wigan and on Inga because they were celebrating his first try. We picked them up and pulled him back, and his smile was even greater. It was the biggest moment that I experienced with him in his career, that first try. And from that point on, he scored doubles and triples. So as they say, once you score your first try, many more come, and sure, he was unstoppable. He was absolutely unstoppable at centre. Yeah, so he claimed that his own. And Martin Afire, just relished that. Every time Ring got the ball, Martin would score, as many tries as well. So they made a lethal combination, with that. So
why you just said about a man is unstoppable, man. Like, he's hard to stop, this guy. The saying that's going now since Inga passed away is that before Jonah Lomu, there was Inga. And everybody pretty much put up videos of Inga when he was playing for All Blacks and then League and Samoa. And man, I can say that, there was Inga before Jonah Lomu. And of course, Jonah Lomu is one of the best as well, But before Jonah Lomu came, there was Inga Tungamala there. And you guys are right. As Sam said, he is a tough guy. I mean, look at him with his bald hair. It's like, wow, it looks scary. When every time I was watching her, like, man, look, this guy looks scary. Like, it's about to go over and put someone on the ground. So so we only got 5 minutes left in our program. Now you guys are just touch base on Inga, your journey with Inga in rugby. But my question is, what was Inga like in his outside of rugby? Out like not on the field, like Inga as at home or whatever, especially for Etu as well, because I'm pretty sure Etu was Inga's youngest son, even though Etu's older than Inga. That's okay. It is what it is. But for you, Sam, as well, Inga's personality, like what kind of man he was off the field, off the field. So so if you can answer Sam, and then and I'll pass it on to Etu as well.
Yeah. The word that comes to mind is that he was very gentle. His personality was that he made sure that he got on with pretty much everybody, and that's a recognition of his kindness. I would tell him, you got to rest. After training, you got to rest. We would go home and rest and chill up, maybe, play the odd game of golf and those sorts of things. But he was always out in the community, meeting people down at the shops, down at the markets. He'd come home and ring me up and say, hey, look, I've just been to the markets. And, I says, did you walk? He goes, yeah, I walked for about, an hour and a half. I says, you got to rest your legs, man. He says, but Yeah, his personality was that he was so giving and gentle and kind to to everybody he met, and yeah, so that's my memory, my fond memory of Inga, that he passed a lot of that kindness on to me, and I'm very fortunate to be in his presence, with a person like that, a personality like that, and yeah, and I thank him
Awesome.
thank him dearly.
Awesome. Etu, I know Etu's been most of his time with Inga.
Yeah, I mean, like just touch on Sam, like what he says. Definitely the truth of this guy's never rest in his time in Wigan. Always, not outside of rugby, but always doing something with the people that he had never met, never ever do it, but like he was there 24 hours. And just sort of sum it up is Inga was a people's person. He was people's person all along the time that before he went to Wigan. And I just believe that, with Sam, and he knows it as well, that, we miss someone that is actually, in the time that he was, on this time in Wigan was far more amazing just to watch, and being there, in the middle of it, like with his attitude and his loving and kindness to everything that's, we have so many things, memories in Wigan of people literally come from Europe, and they knock on our door in Wigan, and Inga will welcome them and end up like feeding them and make them go to the game. So he was hosting all cross sections of people with nothing and people with a lot of wealth. So yeah, that's just a small capture of this, dad that he calls me son, which is, it's being a 35 years of it. And yeah, it's a definite a blessing.
Yeah, awesome. Sam, any final words for Daphne and the kids, and also those who love close to Inga? The final words and also for for Inga, because I know this is going to be saved on Facebook or on our media, so this is going to replay back next year, this time next year, and it'll be good to look back as well. So yeah, any final words for the also as well, and what has what he did that impacted your life, things like that. So over to you, Sam, please.
Look, on behalf of my own family, my wife Rosalind,
yeah,
and all my children who met Inga, he had an influence on our family, just from his kindness again. But I'd like to say that our son was born on the same day that his birthday was, 4th of September. And I remember he was going, "Come on, Sammy, he's got to be born on my day, on my birthday, and I'll never forget that,
that's
and
right, yeah.
And that's our son Kulima, born on 4th September will be that remembrance, for his birth and the time that we had up with Inga and his family. So on behalf of my family, Daphne, we love you very much, and we wish you, our sincere condolences, and I just don't know how it happened, to Inga. Yeah, it shouldn't have happened. Yeah. But yeah, so much love from us, to you, Daphne, and the family, and to you too, Etu, for looking out for the family as well.
Thank you.
Awesome. All right, so I think that's our talk for tonight. Is we thank you so much, Sam, for your time. Thank you for coming on board. Thank you thank you Etu for the last minute, very very last minute. I'm so thankful for to Sam for answering Etu's last minute plans. He does this to me all the time. He doesn't give me notice during the week. He always said, "Bro, I got someone to jump on the show tonight." I was like, "Bro, you got from Thursday last week to this Thursday to tell me something, but that's fine. This is why I like things that we don't plan. It works really well.
Amen. Amen. It's all in the spirit.
There you go. But again, Sam, thank you so much for your time. You've got to be with your family, spend your time with family. But thank you for coming on the show. I know this is for the Uso Inga as well, and also for the family as well, and also to share his legacy. He's gone, but he's left his legacy for all of us. So we just want to say thank you, Sam. Thank you for joining with us in our program, Fika Mai Le Pese for Pasifika TV and Radio, and also sharing your time with Inga, and also sending your love to Daphne and the kids as well. And for Etu, I will chat to you later, bro. I just want to end this Zoom, and then we're going to go to back to our studio, and then we'll carry on from there. But again, Faftai Lava, La Meko Sam Panapa for your time, and may God bless you, and we'll see you around here in Greenbank. The Greenbank RSL is gone, so it could be, the buffet. So I might see you around in Browns Plain or Burnie Heights. But thank you again for your time. May God bless you and the family as well. And Bobby will chat to you later on down in the future as well. Taftai Lava.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, le nasa mo le tato pokalame ma le uso ia Sam pa Enoch la Meko Sam Panapa se tasi fo'i o uso whapena ona ma valata la mafutanga ma le uso ia vainga tuinga mala ia le wha malo toi malo lava le afolengoa le tato atu nuu mafuta mane fiafi o ke langonga lava o manga o mia singa pese vale le manga o mia singa pese kako ke siva mai e fa wa o fuka ko pukala me ne fiafi ai fa mali atu ona o le tasi foi le vainga tawo le tato pukala me ona ia o se sasi foi o tamali o la tunu sa pina ona sailunga le tato pukala me le foi la o i wole mfaino tato tano mo so ya inga ona o fainga o fai ilangi le fola ia ai o inisi o uso foi ia o sa fa pena la to mafuta fata siro mo lava noa ia tātou te taratara noa ne ne fiafi ai la tātou pese kasa ko pese ia vai foi ne fiafi foi mai ona whaawau lea foi mai tātou pukala me o le tāle iwa o la awhai le tātou zoom ma nisi foi o le tātou o nanga i tūpai o inisi o le tātou o whengawenga tūpai o le mea o lo whai le World Expo whai le Expo la langi ato lo whai tūpai le ala e ele kako vaenga foi au Samoa al community Samoa pe o masalo ini so tato tunu so pena ona sa mai moa ele pokalame le to fai ya tui e te olpini sa interview ele le sunga le fai onga le coach le sevens le to fai muli anga Brian Lima le sa ia fai loa sa ise invitation le au la kapia Samoa le taito ofitu le ana o ile expo le fai nei tupai ile aso Samoa Day sa pena ona na fai le siva au la kapi sa fai lato siva sa fai ele lato pese ia masa vala ulia foi lato ele community Samoa le sa ia wase fa malusitino le aso so ole fiafilana nei ele tula iva o le a whapena ona awai mai se si fo i o le tatou au whainga luenga po si fo tatou vaenga mai nei Brisbane i tatou letio sa whainga malanga atu i tūpai i le aso sāle na te atu nei awa fo i la lefa moe so o le tana le iwa la mo le tatou mawhutanga ma se tasi fo fine o lo i ngai i tūpai taimi nei ia e whapena ona whaali mai pe taratara no mai fo i le vaenga fo le a Samoa i le vaenga Samoa i le kako village Samoan village o lo nga tupai se kako va ai po angi me o yai po ye se fale ho po ye se ngiu po me fa tato Samoa po la fo se tawa fa Samoa lo yai e le pen lo fa pen na ona fa la wi loa i to tonu fo o le vaenga o la langi aka tupai kwa mamawa ma toni Australia Brisbane me lo tu sa una tato pokalame se fulu ono tu la e te malanga tupai se fulu ono tu la e te malanga tupai i lungo le va lele so lela tasa to pese Kasa ko pese, fia mana fiafi. Ia ona toi foi male ona watu le nisi vaenga o tato pokalame. Ia le taina le taliva, le tula eva a wata tato fatata nonga mai se tasi tu fine mai i o i tu pai i le nei fo ia fiafi.
Angi mai easy do get lau Ave no ai si e de vale lau Ki vai go pa ki lau Mono kuku valu Koe la taanga ia o e whakakaukau. Si e lala e go bigi bevela. Angi igi penatoki alaha. Whakamaunga anga ia o sola. Hoi ua noa o kaketui o kaoa. Pei eva mai, eva mai. Kautaki zia o mamata. Ki e siko tauwha, pea moe vai ko velenga. Tala atu tama koe hau ata. Fupeu whakakaukau. Kia se wunga mau tauto utupu, yeah. E nau no fulata, e whanua mahu. Pea ngalo si o taki I motu. Pei eva mai, eva mai. Kau taki zia o mamata. Ki e siko tauwha, pea moe vai ko velenga. Tala atu tama koe hau ata. Pei eva mai, eva mai. Kautaki zia o mamata. Ki e siko tauwha, pea moe vai ko velenga. Tala atu tama koe hau ata.
Ia, leo ua toe 10 minute o na tālele tūlā e iwa I nei I Brisbane, Australia nei o lo tu sao ina tuaile tātou pokalame. Whauta ta musika nefiafi, whauta musika nefiafi au mafuta mai sio tātou atunu. Le tu mata mi ona whaalaratu lo tātou pokalame mai tupai I de nei afiafi.
Isi wala mana moina le wha moia le tātou whaini. Isi wala wha le tātou whaini o tu mana mana. Mana le tiri whanga le ngata lea. Nā singa whanga le ngata lungu nai. Sā wala le ngata so le whanga. Isi wala wha le tātou whaini o tu mana.
Silina ona o inumia mua yo tonga ai sitasi na te lave tatu e whaua ai le whatu mai Wa ewan sala Bo le fili u whaaleanga Toma fai ele beti le mafutanga Sau ia oe Sau e alu malo ulato
Tato pese na nei tula o le afiafi fe mai upo le pese ia o le ipu o ona ia mai le fa ili le pi o ua ile nei fo ia afiafi mai o e tus 4 minuti ona dale le tula e iva i nei Brisbane Australia fa talo fa hatu fa malia to da auto mai mo e lunga le tato api fo linga mal tato YouTube ne fiafi ia fa malia to ona ua faila wasina ona o tama faila was so ta inga ma so tato au finga luenga o lo pena oi i ngai Dubai terminate ai fa felo ia to da tato au mai mo ne fiafi talo fa tu i le uso ia Robert Peterson Tuna Moala malo ni talo fa lava Talfa uso ia Alex ne fiafi Casey G Liu Ki talfa uso ma lole ma futa male nei fiafi ia o nei ma to Brisbane ia fai lava sina o le tala le tau ia ma to nei Brisbane fai lava sina pe ia valele o le so lava ia le aso nei le aso tofi tolu o mati fe le vavel kausanga aso kolu maki o kako whaafau kala ia uma yang wali Februari leo a makan masin longo tolu longo inga vo ele koe mamau fo ia afarkausanga ang afarkausanga uma lo matausanga kusanga yungia yulai uma matausanga va veia so mato la so sa o le tau ia mato nei Brisbane Australia ia fai singa ele mau kongu valele o le taimi ua la na amata e timunga la so nei Brisbane na amata la timunga la so fai sina mafo timunga ia te mato nei Brisbane Australia Pero na sila fia tato atu nuu ia mesi fo ia nisi fo atu nuu pe na mai mo tu i fa fo Brisbane po fa fo Australia ia o lo faia sina lolo vai ma to nei a to lele po le fitu le valu aso talu ona timu i nei Australia so fa atu mutumu lia la ia mo fa ka ngo vai vo i mato le ala sa fa atali vo lele ia Brisbane City se uma le timu se tau mai atu le vaile wa to nei tele au wala manga ala tu no Brisbane ia ona tatala lola ile o tano vai se ka release mangi vai valele ona wele popolenga ua tumu le tano vai ma ina ia se fai te tenga te ua po faleanga inga le tano vai ke ua malepe fo lele wo tu loa la tunu ia ona saulo le vai ia ona fa ina a toa lele o nei Brisbane Australia so sa felo le poloka awala tele lava manga ala nei Brisbane makua e poloka nei ama toi nei Logan City o nei i amako kele lava manga ala ua fapena ona polota ona ua tele so havai ua kele nga flingo ua makua i mawalunga le me le vai o isi manga ala ua pe ua lalo me fo le street sign le fa le go le la papa vele ko mal failo ilo le nol awala ia wailalo ka ko sainga awalunga ka ko vai awala papa ta avale wailalo awala papa ai lunga le vai so kele lavala ia awala ine nei Brisbane Australia ua faaleanga ina le faaleanga inga ile fisoava ia mese ua tele awala poloka ia sa mawhailawa na whea inga luenga aolona whainga tā ua kele manga ala poloka ia tu loa la tunu ila unga luenga pe na se lusfulu minute le lusfulu minute o te alu le ta avale ila unga luenga ia anafi male so ia ko kiki a ko le kulama le afa o lunga le awala o le tama o le usa ko le manga ala poloka ia ka bilo mai o sa ko le awala poloka ka milo pe fa yanga nga so se awala vale le e tama fai ia na o lunga le awala ia alu le ngaluenga ia awale mafai o mako e poloka a ko ala awala so o le mela wa tupu ia wa so o le awala vale le e kama fai avoid ia awa ke le ala la fainga vole wa mamau ala le mea e ko alu le ta vale le e ka milo mai alu melo nga luenga ia le fainga ele le o saunga le mo me sili mata ua le foi fautu atu no bena ona nofo i lata ane me lo ia nei vai ma me se fo email o to ele vai fa mon mole tatu no le o ia po atam fainga o le se tu alalo ma se fango le tatu pokalami fa mole a fa pe o lolo vaia forget about it ole o ngei Brisbane ele ngane amato if it's flooded forget about it a fa pe la tu o to le vai po tu mo le vai ia a ua ki oso ai ia wa te le lo ale me tupu a fia elo soifua i fo le nga ile me o ile vai a tata musika ka ko musika tatu e vai ile nei fo ia fiafi
Tau mawhai awal whawai vai tele. Tō anga whai lau tatalo I le tua I so ao ma le pō. Le whatasi le tua ma oe. Tātou pese.
Alo I o whai vai a manu ia. Aua e te loto vai vai. Pea o mai whai na tā. Lua te whaatasi. Ma le atua I so o se ala e te uia. No uatali ia e whalongo mai. I laune upu o le awhai. Ia e no fusauni. Awa e te solo muli. I lau whai unga ua whai. O le lalo langi nei. E tumu I mea masi. E te le whao so songa. E vai vai ai o langona. Ia e loto tele. Awa e te fefe. Aluma le fia fia. Lo uatali e manu. Vai a manu ia. Aua e te loto vai vai. Pea o mai whainga tā. Lua te whatasi. Ma le atua I so se ala e te uia. Roua whawhine se e whaalongo mai. I le maupu o le awhai. Me I manatu mama. I loi matau lo tina. A o e wholau I le vasa loa loa. E whainga tā. O o e malua I le ainga nei. Lo ua whawhine se alofa whai le lei. Ai e se lau whala. Tuku e se le alunga. Whaamalo si mai. Se ia o I le taununga. Alo I o whai vai a manu ia. Aua e te loto vai vai. Pea o mai whainga tā. Lua te whatasi. Ma le atua. So alo ye ia faiva ia urulu maka folau lo fa moe moe awa le kaua ia kolo loko ia manga kuolo ku ile muri papanga a makua ngai ainga ai mai se la la fanga mofka kalo kapua I fa lo le ala awa lo savalinga nge ku ia lo vai se maa lo se falongo le lei ile au ngangi a mama papa fau kuanga e fai mo e ku ai mangule fainga malanga falongo le lei mai manga kua alu mamo ngai ka makua au ke fefe loko kele o ele lupele a falele ki ke ele fili ki ke ele pia kamo e sapo le manguia ko anga le loko ko anga kakalo au nge ngalo la kuspa ia oi se sole te au ke kangi ke makaula ile ku le langi fa amaro si o ele koa kaule kaua mo samoa ia o ke nga fau kuanga ke o loko malo nganga ai sau ka fa ko fa ia ku ia pa yo fa
le nā le tātou pese na manea fiafi ma kau kia foi upore nā pese ma le uso ia lani alo alo i o faiva ia tātou atunu ne fiafi ia langona lava le whaftai le tua I lo nā lofa manoanga le leisio tātou atunu awa fo ia pe ona silafia le tātou atunu ia o lo pena ona vevesi le lalolangi e pe ona tātou silafia e fo ile taua lo fai le vao Lucia I ma Ukraine so e lese me faingo fie e pe ona fai e lese me faingo fie le me o lo tupu terminate ile lalolangi lo tātou iai e faingata ona e fai lava sina matautia foi o me o lo tupu foi le la tu o le lalolangi a tātou whaftai le atua tātou whaftai le atua ona olana puipuinga, malana leo leonga. Ia e mese fo ila tātou au maua I mātou nei Australia, ia malasio tātou atunu fo I Samoa, e langona fo ila nganga whaftai le atua ona olana puipuilunga tātou. Ia, tawaitu fo I New Zealand fo I lunga I ngā I le lau mua o New Zealand I ngā Wellington, tele lava me o tutupu ai, ka ke makamaka ku fo I langona lava whaanoa noa, ia ona le tele fo I o la mea o tutupu mai to tonu fo I o le atunu o whalengoa o New Zealand. So neranga langona vele whaanoa noa fo I le ona e pure lava tangata o lana ia lava ai ata tau o lana ia lava ai ata tau e fai e me lo na ia fina ngalo ia alata va ai fa no voi malo ta vai alo fatu foi ia lima malo mata mai malo le lato tiute o lo fa tau no o le pupuia le avale ia me se foi o le tama fai vai le ia sefe ia le vaenga o lato ia so o longa fainga tala le nga ai ale mea ia tato tatalo ile tua Tātou talo le tua, olo ile tua, ilona puipuinga. Ia malona saolo tonga. E pena ona puipuia I tangata o loo pena ona vevesi fo ile nei fo I matautia. Nei fo me matautia wa tupu mai to tonu o New Zealand. Ia, o le mea ia ele fai loto sesi. Ele fai loto a sesi. Ele sesi fai loto. E pule lava tangata ilana ia lava ai ata tau. Ia paule mea tātou, ia tātou I lona tātou tutu whatasi, ma ia tātou lango, ma ia tātou lango me o lo tutupu. Ai mese fo ia to tonu mese fo ia to tonu o le loto I fale valele le tamo fainga lava ina ia tamo fai le malo New Zealand. Ai mese fo ia Australia foni, ia fai ni mea e fale leia ai o tātou tangata, ia ala fapela a fai a kuala lea ma Pai me vai tutupu mai ia o longa lave la, o longa winga la, ia e whai asinga whainga tā, wa lele ole le mawhai, ona le usita ia tangata o le usita e tangata ia mesi me pea no whai atu de taimi o sola ia o kangaka ia malana ia whai talia e pule lava tangata ila na ia whai talia ia ole mea ia tātou ilo fo i ona tātou whaaloalo ma ia tātou ilo fo i ona whatau nuu mea o whapena ona tamwhalea le malo e whasoswani o tātou tangata ia ole mea ia pa ole mea tātou talo i le tua pena ona mai le tua fi le mu ia malona puipuilunga I nunga o tangata ma malo so tātou e mese lava tātou tangata Samoa e lua pena ona umau i atunu away from Samoa so ne fiafi a tātou musika nofo polonga o le pese o le nofo polonga mai a waino i le nei fo'i a fiafi
Nofo polonga Why is it I see when I by my soul manatu Ua e fuli tua maia O te tuina tua e alu Le tamu umala umana ona Ule bea ona saurotonga Wa eilo ala nei mafatia Ise ua fai oe madia Ole loto fai italia Paioa solo uloa O sofo ilela O ita Maile maunga To onanga DJ Chala If I ain't fie If I ain't ta Lelo fale pa Atumua Tele motu mafutanga Masolo mayas Leolanga Vaaya lola lele Tele tama Via avea Oi fai mose Ele tawai Lauva ai Tauna faisa omai E alu atso Te iane wafuli tumai Telemana o tena fopolona Why is it I see when I find I wanna feel that by my soul manatu Ua e fuli tua maia O te tuina tua Le tamu umala umana ona Ule fea ona saurotonga Wa eilo ala me mafatia Ise ua fai oe madia Ole loto fai italia Mea manongi Atamai ele foila uva ai Aole aso emo watu toyo omai Epuna mepea uvai manino Lelo fana faifa asili Moli atu o fofonga na ya umiti Ai ui ila ete ono sa Levai Natali ilani Aloyo faiva O te nofo matapuai Lela lolani E matalasi Suya yo upu matani Aole faiva To ilalo masiasi Telemana o te nofo polonga Sit I see when I find I wanna feel that by my soul manatu Ua e fuli tua maia O te tuina tua DJ Chala Le tamu umala umana ona Ule fea ona saurotonga
Waino for me, ole upo pese singa for me. No for polonga. For me, awa tatu se no for polonga. Iyo sa ole le upo pese le nei afi. Yep. Te fa talo fa tu tatu no. Pena ona mafuta mai le nei tula ole afi. Pe fa na fa tu pe fa na fa tu ole taimi nei fo I totono se tatu no. Ia fai lava sina mai fo I o meo tu tupu nea langi pa me tato ia tu mau belo tato fa tua ia malo tato tali tonu le tua ia o meo tu tupu meo tupu nea langa ia ai le fainga o la o matua I pena ona eilanga o le tua e to tonu o sio tato tunu mai ole te minei le o mafuta mai lo mafuta mai we have our team in let's have a look. Let's have a look here. Here we go. Full screen. There you go. Talofa. Hello.
So you're going to do this? No, there's a little of the mic. It's fine.
Oh, so sorry. Need to swap in.
So you guys will be able to to see me. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me?
Can we ask for start? Mochi, are we starting?
Yes, we are starting. Yes, we are on live now.
What's all in the microphone? I can't hear. It's because it's all in the microphone, isn't it? Mochi, are we able to start?
Yes, we are ready to start. You are on the screen. We are on the live stream right now.
Oh, okay. Okay, sorry.
Not high.
Yeah. I think it's good.
All right. So for our viewer tonight, we have a team all the way in Dubai. As our team trying to but this is our team all the way in Dubai. They at the World Expo in Dubai. So can you guys hear me? Are you guys can hear me?
Sorry. Yeah, can you hear us?
Yes, we can hear you guys right now. Yes.
Okay.
Awesome.
All right.
Yeah, so tell us how's the feeling? How's I can see that we have the Samoan flag right in front of me, in front of you guys as well. How is this expo going? How I can see that you guys are having a good time. Enjoy your time in Dubai. What's it like to be in a World Expo?
It's actually a surreal experience. I know for many of the viewers out there who have experienced Dubai before, but it is a completely different country. It's in the Middle East. It's very, very far away from Samoa, and it is very, very hot here, very hot and very dry. So the climate is kind of like Samoa in that sense, but without the humidity. So we've come here at this time, and it's winter. It's their winter.
Okay, yeah.
So the average is about 28 degrees. But being in this place, seeing Samoa represented here at the pavilion is really, really special.
Yes.
So, yeah, and it's a great experience.
Yes.
There are many, many pavilions, and Samoa is here.
Yeah.
I'll show you the different displays that they have here.
So tell us, are there any Samoan? Have you guys met any Samoans there? Are there any Samoan people that live in Dubai, or any Samoan that travel? I know a few Samoans that I know the people from Samoa, the government Samoan, won't be able to travel into Dubai. But because you guys are there any Samoans in there in the expo? Apart from you guys?
There are a few Samoans here, not necessarily at the expo. There are a lot of expats here. Yep. So we bumped into a few Samoan pilots, and they tend to work for Emirates. But at the expo, it's mainly just those who work here.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, because it's such a, I don't know, maybe because it's so far away from Samoa, but we haven't really seen any Samoans.
Yeah. So what I can see that there's a statue of a Samoan Matai there holding the stick there. What are the other Samoans materials that there? Engi me valele pe o pengi fale Samoa po o
Yes. Okay. Yep, so we have a display with all the Samoan handicrafts.
Yeah.
Manufactured and carved by local sculptors
Yeah.
and carvers.
Yeah.
This is what we've got here. Tama Samoa with the spear. We've got here Tolu Samoa, traditional Samoan house.
Yeah.
Which is the oval or circular in shape with wooden posts. We also have a display the Whanamala necklace, which is a ceremonial necklace, which you can see. So it's got a display of all the natural traditional handicraft materials. They've got them displayed in painting.
Wow. Ole laufala de kota laufala in Samoa.
So a lot of the fine artifacts and handicrafts, they really are showcasing here at the expo.
Yeah.
For people to see what the other, which we know is for the Kava ceremony, which is a very, very sacred ceremony that we do for rituals and ceremonials. So and then we also got another section here. So they're really showcasing the handcrafts of our people. And it just shows how rich our culture is. And it's showcasing something that they've probably never seen before, because I think most of the people here probably don't know what Samoa is.
Yes.
Say, Samoa is a Pacific island, it's like between Australia and New Zealand. And, you just kind of point them to
because I was
countries so that they can get an idea of its location. But, so it's really good to see some here on display.
Yes. And especially see a Samoan metaulima in a country that's they probably never heard of Samoa. They probably never heard of this island called Samoa, but yet having this expo in Dubai, in Emirates at Dubai. So I think it's amazing that this big country in the world have now experienced and now realize, there's an island called Samoa in South Pacific. And seeing all those, I mean, like, you guys are there physically looking at it. I'm here watching it from the Zoom, and it's different. But I know the experience and the feeling of you guys being there, being there and actually see it yourself. And what about the people, like the people out, non-Samoan? What's their response to these stuff? Like, what was their question?
Yeah, the question is, where is Samoa?
Of course.
I see all the girls are walking around and like we look so different.
Yeah.
Middle Eastern, but they're curious. Like they're curious to see where we come from. I do notice we've got other displays here that some people take an interest in actually.
Yes.
It sells traditional and the shirts. So they seem to be quite interested in it. And, there's been many visitors to the Samoan Pavilion.
Yeah.
It's very, what would you say? It really shows the best of Samoa. So obviously it's the tourism. It's one of our strengths. It's the handicrafts. So the entrepreneurship. So we have this.
Yes. Yeah.
Where it's got different businesses, entrepreneurs who have taken Samoa to a new level in the business world. And so it's just showing people that we're not just an island nation about entertainment, that we're also about business and investments. So these displays here, this one is about women in business. And it just gives you like a story about how Samoan men and women are looking at big in the world. We've got here, he's a founder of Fika Software Solutions, and he's a passionate software developer. So he's looking to Samoa the problems that they face. He's involved in IT and all of these things. We've got another person, Mose. He's also another entrepreneur. He's involved in IT consultation, live streaming services, radio advertisements. So he, at the moment, has Makeke Online, and that's Samoa's biggest online trading platform.
Yes, Makeke Online, correct. Yes.
And then there's Sana Marina. She's the co-founder and development manager of the hub. So she's also an entrepreneur. She's a Samoan artist, an educator, a Pacific youth advocate. Her passion lies in teaching the importance of pursuing a livelihood and prioritizing well-being and encouraging women and youth economic empowerment through business and innovation. So we have a lot of these business people who are pioneers in these fields for Samoans. We've also got Mai Le Pese Samoa.
Yes, yeah. From Samoa, yeah.
Handmade crafts. They founded in 2000. They are a brand that does simple fragrance-free coconut oil soap to body care products, organic oils. We've got the displays for their products here, so people are able to actually purchase these things here live at the expo. So they have samples so they can smell them, try them, and they can actually buy them. So it's a good thing for promoting business and investment in the islands in Samoa.
Nice. And I know the guys from Mailelani from Samoa, they are organic body cream and oil and all those stuff. So it's good to see them there because they're actually from Samoa. The wife is actually she's a Switzerland and the husband is Samoan. So it's amazing and it's good to see all these things from our homeland of Samoa being promoted in this big country in the world. So it is amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing. I'm really proud of what they've done with promoting it. There's so many different products, like you said, organic, and also like more healthy for your skin because it doesn't have all the added preservatives and things like that. So we are quite natural people. We do like to keep it natural. And they smell really good. Like when you walk in, they smell really, really good. So they tempt you to buy it just from the way that it looks and also the way that it smells.
Yes, bring that sample home to New Zealand, Australia when you come out. But it's amazing. It's really good. I'm a proud Samoa. Just watching this and see all our handcraft stuff and also our homemade body lotions and all that, all the way from Samoa, promoting in this country in the world. So I'm praying hopefully after this expo, people from Dubai will travel to see Samoa when the borders are open.
Oh yeah, for sure, 100%. Like we are definitely proud of where we come from and promoting Samoa businesses, Samoa locals. And getting the things that we're good at out there so other people can value what we value.
Awesome.
And they get a taste of what it's like to live in Samoa.
Yes, correct. Yes.
In the world.
All right, thank you very much, Lassie. Thank you so much for your time to jump on our live stream and show us what it's like in Dubai in our Samoan pavilion. We just want to wish you guys the best. Enjoy the rest of your time in Dubai, and we pray that you guys will be safe and also stay away from COVID-19 as well. But all the best for the rest of the tour, and we'll keep in touch in the next days coming for some more coverage of our Samoa and also in Dubai and Expo in Dubai in general as well. So thank you so much, Lassie. Thank you for our time. Whaftai lava mo pokalame nei fiafi from New Tour. Alofa tele atu mo oto ile nei fiafi. So for yeah. There you go, Samoa. That's our team that it's in Dubai. O tato vaenga, o tato aulanga lo Dubai. O lo ia ile expo. O le expo kusa o se vaenga e faali ia tumanga mea o lo tutupu I to tonu o le atu nuu mo le atu nuu. So wa a vea fo ila le poka la me matango fia. Wa e fo ila vano pena ona showcase e fo ia so tato atu nuu. So tato atu nuu I mea o lo pena ona folingo o lo tutupu to tonu o Samoa o mea le to tonu Samoa o mea tau lima e pena to sida man tato live stream. Ko akele fo ia kako mea o lo tonu Samoa mea tau lima ia mese fo o pisinisi la iti e pei o le vaenga le kuki Samoa o le maile lani Samoa ia manisi fo o tamali o le tato atu nu o penana o yela to o nanga I lunga o upenga ta failangi pe ona tato sila atu ai o to sila mai moa to mo titilo atu ai ele sunga fo I o lo pena ona o inga le tato makeki online. They are promoting makeki online in Dubai. I'm talking about this big country in the world, in Dubai. And yet Samoa is part of those small islands promoting their way of living and and who Samoa is in this amazing event, the World Expo in 2022, 2021 in Dubai. Tata to pese, let's go to our music. Tata to pese nefi afi fo mai ona to fa wa lo tata pukalami. Fa malulu to tata to no ona wa ita to interview nefi afi po tata fa tata nefi afi ia peo tata o musika peo na eva no la iti o lo maua le au maua. Va pena foi ona fa so tata atu no ia I meo lo tupu I tu atu o lo tata lo to I fale ala kaka ku musika. Whaoda to musika fo I mai ona to whaoda so le tatou pokalame I le nei fo I afi.
I wait to fight over more. Billy air in the woman fire. Sifa alama Sita uina ea sita uina maya Ta uina ma Mo ita ewa fa'apana Sili sita si ilova I went into a I wanted to Tell fair all love fatu Awa lolo o umanatu Don't say to me goodbye Don't say to me goodbye I said I love you will change your mind So please don't make me cry. Oh yeah, 'cause our love is so deep inside. It's magic in my mind. These memories that make me cry. That make me cry. I need you here by my side. So we can make it through tonight. So don't say goodbye. So don't say goodbye. I'll turn the world back in time. So we can try it one more time. I went into our I went into our te o pea oi lo fatu awa lolo o umanatu
Tato pesena le nea fiafi mai le uso ia titana mai aua e te whaatofa mai i le nea fiafi ia kakere whakofa le ia le umal tato pokalame peto e awhaitula i ona umal le tato pokalame i le nei fo ia fiafi. Whaatalo whatu tato au mai mone fiafi talo whatu ia mele ne ria loto taine mau whaatalo whatu i le mafuta mai le neita la o le fiafi. Whailo mai whailo professor meo e mafuta mai le nea fiafi let us know where you're tuning in from. Po nei Brisbane Australia le meo lo tu ina tato pokalambe ia po sesi fo i vaenga o le laulangi pena ona e mai mua mai ai i le tato pokalambe i le nei fo i afi a bevo ona vai atu le taimi o sola o le nei afi fo ia ta o le sa tato tatano manisi fo o uso pena ona sa lato au na fatasi fo i male lato ta ona fatasi male uso ia inga tunga male po le fio po to fa fo ia solai va inga tunga mala ia le sa fa le tato tama i tala noa le ia fa ade fo i lato manatu ia nisi fo memories po ni mea na tutupu fo le lato vai taimi fo lato ta alo i lunga fo i nei i oi i Engelani ia male tato sunga sa uma mafuta mai nei atu lava mai inga i Dubai i le tato au fasalalau lo pena ona na Dubai atu mamau nei Brisbane o le kako au fasalaunga na malanga fapito atu nei Brisbane e fai mai i le tato kava o le vaenga le tu Samoa e mese fo le tato a inga tonga so la o le aso atai au o le awhai e le aso tonga tomorrow be the Tongan Day e lako pavilion e whaali e fo ia mo au siva ia ma mefa pena so o tai aula nana awhai e le showcase a tonga ke lo inga fo e live lunga tato la kako live stream le fo tu langa po le fo au nanga tato vaenga tonga i ne tato le tio Pasifika TV and radio na ose singa tala pupu vanele ia no foto fo ima mai mo matamata te fo Samoa o lo e fo initial vaenga o le tato atu nuho pena ona no lo vaia o lo tafe fo le vai e manisi fo o le tato atu nuho Samoa ia o mafa fo ti monga pe ona vai atu fo dunga tala na jau le so tato atu nuho Samoa ia mafa fo ti monga e to tono so tato atu nuho ia pa meta talo le tu pena ona ia ile puinga le tu tono so tato atu nuho ia e fo le fa malo ile tato malo fo ile tato malo fo pena ona tu la i mene nei taimi tau veina so tato atu nuho ia fo fuanga fo ima pokalame ia wa fo le fa le leia a wa fo le pui o so tato atu nuho ile vai taimi o tau o tato atu nuho pe ona sila fio tato atu nuho ia taimi ne o kau vai o le fa o kimunga o savili ia e whaftai le atua leo a mata ia nei masinga o maki ia le ai lava se matangi po nia fa sa masani o na fatia iso tato atunu ai whaftai le atua leo a umatu ia ngwari fipuali ia lo amatalia mati ia ele lo ka ko ia fofuanga o maki la ko ia ai paule me ia tato let's continue to pray for our beautiful items Samoa. Let's pray for our government as well. Tatu malo lo tula mai ina fa pena ona ye le tautai poto tautai fa le atua e fa pena ona tautai e pena ona tautai ai so tatu atu nu pele o Samoa le ala mole atu le anga faftai I so tatu fainga malo le fast ia mo mele lei fo I ngaluenga le lei ia ma mese fo I le puipuina o so tato atunu I awa fo I fa mai pe covid sfuriva o lo pepesi nei so I nila lang tato ia mana tu so tato o so pele ina America Samoa o lo pena ona a fa fo ila to I le fa mai o covid sfuriva o ele mau mais updates pe ni fieni cases o pena ona mau ai so tato uso ina America Samoa pa ole me ia ele ia se si e fa fo ia nei fa fitauli pa ole me ia yellow song le mu fa ila mask fa ila mask fa ile fa sau tui fa ila tui fa ila tui puipuia va fo ile va vo le mo lesi lo tua o le lua mita ia me se foi o le fa tete foi ona fe wa ilunga wala tele va ve me se foi fa le o le tala ia ma toi nei fa pea e te so le fa le o lo tasi tangata ia I vai taimi o faile mako lockdown I ngai Australia Brisbane fa pe e te fia malanga e fai sau fa tau Ia, kuka maiki, ai susunga, alu se ante to tase pena ona faile whaatau, e whai se whaatau vale le mole ainga, ai kuka maiki, ai leo uma foi, ke ua ku foi ia, whaale tonu mai ei, ai mai se lama to tonu se o tātou atunu o Amerika Samoa, se o tātou usu nei Amerika Samoa, o lo pena ona pepe se wha mai, o le whautuanga le whai mai, ia tausi lava tausi lava le puipuia, o le tala masani tātou atunu, sili ala puipuia, na ilo tong fitia. So, mele tau ala tātou atunu on tausisi i polo inga, ai mai se fo i vavao, o pena ona tu ina mai ele mahalo, tausisi o tātou atunu, ina ia maua e tātou atunu, mai se fo isi o tātou atunu pelo Amerika Samoa, le puipuinga le lei, ia awa lava au lava ne pepesi atu le whaamai i tua atu ma afia ini tele o ne soifua o si o tātou atunu pele i nā Amerika Samoa. Whaau tātou musika, foi mai o na whaau le tātou pukalame i le nea.
Fono amatau vala au tilo solo leo watafia faalongo tinga olela tau sulu solo ile alofa so bualofalea ya oele mana mea se funa esauia so leo watafia faalongo makuma yo vai malo falele suma ole faleo e marulo na ati mufoi te fia faalongo mara usongi tasimai la upele ua umaile saulo fia talanoa musu atupea ilo utalina vai atu ositala e matua ima ulo imata moa yo se avenga e tau amoina ile tele o tau sanga se ie alofa mai olo ola wa vai se funa esa uia so leo watafia faalongo makuma yo vai malo falele suma ole faleo e marulo na ati mufoi te fia faalongo malo songi tasimai la upele ua umaile so leo watafia faalongo makuma yo vai malo falele suma ole faleo e marulo na ati mufoi te fia faalongo malo songi tasimai la upele ua umaile malo songi tasimai
Ia le nao le tata musika na nia fiafi me o le faleo ia e a whainga e soifua mai sa mua sa nufo se faleo ia o le ngā o le olanga sa mua ia o le whainga a maka mai faleo ia le a maka mai le olanga sa mua wale mai sa mua a maka mai se whatpalangi whaka ku ngai a whatpalangi ko kongo se o tātou tunu ia o ka koua ia o le faleo o le mena tātou whiola ma tātou tupu mai tu tonu se o tātou tunu. Fatalofa to tato au mai mo lunga tato api folinga in nei tu la fiafi. I know we had a lot of viewers that view our program earlier when we first started, but because our talanoa with our team from Dubai and also also Etu from Melbourne and also Sam here in Brisbane. So I know sometimes kere for kalango pe kau fale kongoi, but you know us o ka koia o le musika e faawa o le tato pokalame ile nei fo ia fiafi fa talo fatu again. I was want to say good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Talafalama to all our viewer and our listeners this evening. Just tune in. Big fat talofa to you guys this evening from Brisbane, Australia, here in Sunnybank Hills, where our live stream. Our broadcasts are coming straight to your home, your cars, and wherever you are this evening. Like I said earlier on, last Thursday, when we had our program last Thursday, there were a lot of people have messaged me during our program, because the passing of Inga to Inga Mala, to whai Fisolai, wa Inga to Inga Mala, to telelani so tato to penasa I meli mai lafo mai fi autus to sia ya me se fo tam foi vili mai fa so tai man tato ala leo e tu wa tu lunga le ea o pena ona amia le atua le soifu o ona le to whai Fisolai Inga to Inga Mala ya e peitai ona ele maua se tala fa ma nia e pe sila fira tato tunu ya o etu le masani ona whai tu tato pukalami fa atasi o se wo ma fana ya va Inga to Inga Mala so pe ola ua so Etu and Inga grew up they grew up together overseas in Ngelangi and UK for sports and that but so that's why Etu didn't come in last week on Etu received the message just before our program and said that Inga has passed away. So that's why Etu didn't come in last week because we all know if someone someone special to you, your loved one, passed away or you lost for words. You just want to sit there and think about it if it's real. So that's what happened to Etu last week. That's why he couldn't make it last week because he was going through some very tough time. And so Etu told me later on after our show, and I said, yes, Inga has gone. And I said, well, we'll leave it till next week, but I want you to come on next week and share your thoughts and your experience and your life journey with Inga. So there you go. And early on, we had Etu on and also the Fionga ya La Meko Sam Panapa. He was on our program earlier on. And so we share a lot of memories with Inga to Inga Mala. I remember Inga to Inga Mala when I was, when we used to live in Auckland and I went to Calston Boys High School. And Inga used to be, always come down to the school and, talk to us about rugby and life in general as well. So that was one of the memories. My biggest memories with Inga is Inga used to drive a Chrysler back in Auckland. And when the first time Chrysler came out, Inga, I don't know about it, but I know Inga was the first Samoan person who has a Chrysler back in Auckland. So Inga used to come to our house because my uncle from Samoa played golf. So Inga used to come to our house and see my uncle and, take my uncle uncle e tāpolo. Saula Inga langa Chrysler. Saula pakai lungon mako driveway. So waula, I wanted to go to the shop, but ele mawhainga o alu because lepo loka e sava inga in mato awala to lo wala to no. Ya o whakolo ya Inga. Can you move your car? And Inga said to me, you can move it. I said, no. This is I think back then, Chrysler was one of the most expensive car in New Zealand. He said to me, no, you go move the car. That's fine. You go move the car. To me, I was like, no. And I can see my dad looking at me say, awa, no. Like he said to me, don't do it, I don't know because if my dad wanted to drive it or I don't know. I don't know if he wanted to, just drive the car or I don't know what he was thinking. But anyway, so he gave me the key and I moved his car and then I went around the block and I came and I parked the car. So those were the memories of Inga. And also we helped Inga out with his funeral service that was in Auckland as well. Temila o lana fale maliu sa whainai au kilani as well. So Inga has served the community with in many ways. Not only he gave his life to play rugby for New Zealand, Samoa, but also he served the community of New Zealand in every area. And also, na malanga fo ia le sunga ia le fionga ia Fisola i Samoa, vane le fionga Fisola i le kalapu fusu i Samoa. Not only that, he served in the radio, Ice by Radio. He was on Talanoa Rugby in Samoa. So Inga has served Samoa as well. So we thank you, Inga, for your service. We thank you for the legacy that you left for all the men out there in the world through rugby and everything that you do. So we just want to send our love from Pasifika TV and radio to Daphne and the kids as well, and also the friends and both families as well. But now nila ngang ole tua famnuele tole ainga lots of vau tala tu spa ia amu ia fa no. Awai fa mafana ina la to ele tua. So amu ia o to fa no. Wai fa mafana ina o to ele tua. In other words, Inga has gone. So we here to celebrate that. It's a celebration of Inga's life. Ole tato o mailea tato te fia. E wha fo ili whaftai lea tua, ona ole au nanga fo e lea tamali I to tonu o si o tātou watanu. Tātou pese lea, fo I mai, tos furu 5 minute, ona umalo tātou pukalami, tātou toi fo I tua, let's go back, let's go back, all the way back, I tamaito le motu, kaskako pese, mai upol pese, lea lofa moni, mai le eva band I le nei afiafi. Ua toe 10 minute ona dale tula se furu I nei Brisbane, Australia I Sunny Bank Hills le meolo tu sa na to tātou whasalonga I le nei tula o le afiafi mailo Pasifika TV and radio.
Sia ufa fana mai o ani fani no tamani puanga le no famoni e o ileoti tele ea o ele maataria sapo whāanana ia ia leanga e marihi ia ia uloi maata le whaamau i le alofa moni le alofa moni na o mana o iai ue sola tua o vai vai ai le fatu o i talo fai le pele le mana me ea le rofa moni mo oe e le umanea le rofa moni mo oe e le umanea
O le vai taimi le toi fo ia onga manu malo i lau Digital International. Whaingo fia na le lafo lava o se luas futala topa prepaid bundle o se tupe iau a inga i Samoa o na maua leo loba noa i le sei e te manu maloa i se Galaxy Flip Z po se S21 po se luas se lautala cash prize i vai yaso taitasi. Whaonga le Digital International app po le digitalinternational.com pe asiasi i se whale loa. O le vai taimi le toi fo ia onga manu malo i lau Digital International. Whaingo fia na le lafo lava o se luas futala topa prepaid bundle o se tupe iau a inga i Samoa o na maua leo loba noa i le sei e te manu maloa i se Galaxy Flip Z po se S21 po se luas se lautala cash prize i vai yaso taitasi. Whaonga le Digital International app po le digitalinternational.com pe asiasi i se whale loa mo soa noa e te manu malo ai. Ke so tai mai e pele ia te oe lafo o se topa prepaid bundle po o se tupe i le aso nene. Ia le nā o le tātou o nanga bina ona sponsoringa le tātou pukalame mai i le Digital International o bina ona tātou ina si o tātou atunu a mai se foi o nei foi Australia mo le lafo ina o top up i lo a inga i Samoa i le ngata le top up o le moni bundle data foi i bundle ia mani seleni e fai ona e alofa i o a inga i Samoa i le lafo i leo o se credit o se tupe ia po se data bundle valele ia ma voi lunga upenga ta failangi i le feso ta inga mainga i Samoa. O lau te lomo tali tonu. O se o tato atunu i Samoa, ua le toe so ta ima ainga i lunga o le telefoni valele le fale. O le tele lava o tato matua, e mesi foi o tato ainga Samoa, ua whaonga ina le telefoni fi avihai. Io nei foi onga poi vai termino tato e o te foi fe uma te uma o le mea te latu e o te foi fe te fa nga inga vai le so le faingo filanga fo ta inga nei vai taimi io o lunga lava o telefoni fe i peke vilia ku ngi skadia a kari marko inga le uru vo manga vo le ko marko inga lawa inga singa ipuki va le kai a vo le o koma mai le vela le la a ka kangi marke funga ko inga ale alo mai le renew vo por le koko vo le por le sile ai le kau samile esi mo se popor ko inga ia le ai ku lau pick making e vale le so ole ngala ngal tato o ngale ale digital ai mafai ona e soani e ai ngai Samoa e la foi se credit la foi se tupe ia ma se data bundle vale le mafai ona fe fa ngai ai ngai i Samoa ia pe nei ala fo lusuka lai ngai ia ko kikia a ko le fasutala i to tonu Samoa le tupe le Samoa pe ape tango fetunga ia tupe vai Samoa tupe Australia i mato lava nei Australia so le tato nanga le tato tichi sao i nai Samoa e fe soani ai ngai ia awa lava de la foinga o se lengi i okupe ia wa fo tato tunu o ka ko Samoa te tau tala do lo ia ainga le ai masa nga ke le kala ngoi lo ainga ai le se tupe la fo ale fa longo ma pa wale mele lo ko inga fa longo ma le kala murmuri va ai le Western Union wala fo ko la se lengi pa wa ngal mele fi fa longo ma ko inga o se sia mea ya murmuri mai Ai asalange ala I lunga o le kalalenga ia va aile se lingi o lafa ko e whakau esko me kausami o le weekend e va aile fia lo mo ko inga ia nga fo I lo la fo ke soifua mai o lange ia kungu I fafo mai ia ala ke manga ku ngaku ma e ma fau I lo ainga Samoa ile mea fo sa e ui mai ai sa tato I uma mai lava fainga ta ia e fafutai le atua le ne ua tato ni atu numa mau ia awa e fo lava no fai ona tato sosoani o tato ainga ia la fo singa selingi if a pe ki ngai se pe anga la fo se lusu kala askali e pongi sila ia o lunga lava fo le o le tau singa lava matua ia awa fo ilo tato no nofo manuia no nofo manuia o tato whanau lo whanau mai mai se fo tato whanau timinik wala no faile tala ona o va ai foi o mata tau tino fo I ngaluenga na fai mo le melo le tausi matua o le tausi o matua se foi le ta ua foi o le o nanga po le foi matafa yoi o le tamaititi Samoa po le tangata matua e tausi I le matua o le upo la tunu e au matua manuia e mai o tato matua blessings from our parents. Serving and honoring our parents are generational blessings. E umamaile tupulanga male tupulanga. E wha wau lava manuia ia. Ona o nanga po lau tau singa I o mātua. Finangalo le atua e umatu soifua mātua ia e sau oe ia e whai lau whanau e te manuia. E te manuia. O upo la tunu ia e le avesea sesi. O upora tunu ia e whamaoni mai tau nuu fu ia o tātou tunu o tunu o upu e mamala o upu e le manuia o upu e makua I upu fetu o foi e foi upu fetu e matua I longa foi ia o kinga inga riska ngaka ai o le na vai le o nanga yo matua a fai o e tausi o matua mai atu nu mamau mai fa au lau o nanga ona o la sira fiele atua le loto malaunga luenga o fai te le o faila ona o se taui wa e mana o au mai o matua ana o e faia ona e te tari tonu mai e loa o lauti utelea o le tausi o matua peke sauala ingi peke le o ngofo I Samoa e fai se mea kausami se putia o matua o lau au nanga mai fafo atu Australia o le mea nai tāua mana o mia e tutonu o matua tata tu pese la whangata na ngalo oe I le nea fiafi foi mai ia ona wha awau le tato pukalame wha umato e lo tato pukalame I le nea fiafi ai wha maalo lawa le tato au mai mo nea fiafi mafuta mai I le tato pukalame I le nea fiafi o le Fika Mai Le Pese I lau TV Pasifika TV and Radio
na ova ai yo folina lo wata sa ate wina be asesai be ave tu ifea ai ona lo uelo fa o ele me faina uma sa tu foi le bon sa e fa angalo le faina ta ai tu mau be oh for Avela uvai alo sava vali mai mala ufa alo wa e fato mai ai tuma aso ua totoe Ta oto I fori le bonga sa Le whaangalo le whaingata Ai tu mau bea o foringa Yeah Ai ono no ua no ma Mo oe ma whaina uma Ua oe loa wea Me whainga tali ngala oe na ufatu Ta'ama whai whaangalo ngalo E mana tua pea oe se so Pea o tau tala le sao E manu malo lava ona na Ua oe lava e anu E whainga tanga nana oe na ufanu
Ia, le nā le tātou atuno, le tātou pese nā mai le nei a fiafi e whengatana ngalo oi mai a chaara I le nei a fiafi. Ia, mai le tātou au nanga whenga le tātou Pasifika TV, mai le Fika Mai Le Pese I nei Brisbane, Australia, le tātou Pukalame Masani, ia so tofi te tasi. Aone ngalo le tātou atuno, le aso tofi la loma mai nei o le AIA, for le tātou Pukalame o le ame whiau le tana le lei, mai le atu na sao atu I le ono I le a fiafi, e lo le fitu, I lo le afa leono a leono le afiafi ona e tu sao ina mai I tupai I le tātou au nanganga a le tātou awewhi au o le tala lelei I aso tofi ta etasi. Awane ngalo o leono I le afiafi o le aso tofi, whapena ona whatau ina I le tātou pokalamena o le awewhi au o le tala lelei I le tātou wala leo o le Pasifika TV and Radio I nei Brisbane, Australia. Ona le taimi nei o lo iai o le susung o le whaletua ia ainga ai I o lo pena ona ave nā tu le tātou pukalamena o le whika o le ave whi au le tala lelei o lo pena o inai tupai sa malanga atu o ia ona o fofuanga fo I maa inga ia manisi fo le whanau o lo pena ona o mau I nā tu nu mau ia leala o ima lewa no e me whai ona whaasoa mai e le whaletua ia ainga mai I nā I tupai I le upo le atua e whapena ona whaamano sia I tātou atu nu o le tātou pukalamena ia o le Fika Mai Le Pese ia e kusa au I ngei Brisbane, Australia e lo tu pai la ko ka Fika Mai Le Pese I ngei Sunnybank Hills I ngei Brisbane, Australia. Ai mo le tu vavtai so tātou atu nu pena ona mai mo mane fiafi ia familia fo mo le fo ia le whawhatai le tātou atunu pena ona mafuta mai mai le amatanga le tātou pukalame se o mai ilona whaeunga I le nea fiafi malo lava na mafuta mai whamole atu le nganga whawhatai whamalo umalawa I le tātou au mai mua mai lunga le tātou api o fōlinga mai le tātou YouTube le nea fiafi pai na ona whamanuia le atua ia te o tau ia so tātou nu pelo sa moa senga ngana ua pa o pampai la o tau whaafonga malu ave whale se au nanga alau au ona le nea fiafi o lava e malu atua le nei au le tātou ala leo Pasifika TV ne fiafi no tautua mo oe mai ia so tofi ta etasi o le tātou pukalame o le Fika Mai Le Pese ma le ave whi au o le tala le ia so tofi ta etasi le tua pena o na whamanuia I so tātou tunu I toenga o le neia fiafi e mese furu nei vai aso ta alas falele o na uma furu vai aso ia anga I atu I le weekend o se weekend o momo mai luma ia pena I le tua lunga ia te tātou le manuia o le tua pena o na pui malavea I lo to soifua I le tolu fafo ma le tolu fale I mea to te au auna iai I le nei vai taimi po nei fo I vaenga o leolang. Le tātou tunu pena ona mafuta mai sa mo whamanuia le tua se o tātou tunu. Fa pena o le manuia le tua lunga tātou whainga malo ia mai se fo I o le tātou tunu pele o sa mo. Nisi fo I o le tātou tunu pena ona mafuta mai I nisi tu e wha o le lalolangi. Fa peo e mafuta mai po whelava ia pena ona ele manuia o le tua ia te o tau. O le toa ona nei a motu noi mai nei I le tātou la leo Pasifika TV nei nei pata pukalame o le Fika Mai Le Pese. Whamanuia le tua le tātou tunu. Pena ona ele filemu le tua a fai fo ila fai malo longa la fiafi ia pena ona a malo le tua fa malu so tātou tunu au angilo le tua pena ona fo mai pena ona pui malavea I so tātou atunu au pena ona sauni atu e fai malo longa o le nei fiafi se tai au mo le finangalo le tua mo le so fua mas ona mas e ola le nei ona vai ia o le viinga fo ele tua fa manuele tua tātou tunu so fua ia manuia.
so kui ia.
Ere I whai aso ukui, ke whewhere oki. Whai mai ka kai wawenga o oki pe a whailo ukui. Sui ai fo ila ua mio.
Ai, I lei se mea lai whewhe ai fua, I ke le oki se kui. Ai ko anga ka kalo le atua, ia sui la wa mio. Ai ke le oki ai se kui, a e alofa ilo ai. A alofa ilo sui. I ke le oki se kui, ai ko anga ka kalo le atua, ia sui la wa mio. Samoa lo o tunu pele, a e alofa I a te oe malo ainga, a e alofa I lo tunu o maona tangata, whai nei loa lo tui.